everybody was failed in this episode. And y'all, I just have so many questions because, woo, it was so deep and heavy. Like, y'all, we gonna talk. I got questions. Beautiful people, how are you? It's your girl Carla. We're back for another week with Iyanla. Fix my life. We trying to get our life on this episode because, baby, I have so many questions, and I'm sure you guys do too. This was a deep episode. All right, but you guys, my name is Carla. If you're new to my channel, hey boo, how you doing? It's good to see you. Nice to have you here. If you didn't know or haven't figured it out yet by the other videos that I'm sure you've watched, I am a pop culture and entertainment reviewer. So if that's something that you want to continue to see from me, then please hit that like button, subscribe, and welcome, okay, to my oldies, my sisters, and my bros. How y'all doing? What's going on? All right, so you guys, tonight or today or this morning, whenever y'all watching me, you guys, let's talk about Iyanla Fix My Life, season 7, episode 4. I think I'm correct on that. If I'm not, I'll fix it, okay? Oh, let's get into it, guys. Terrell, 40 years old, gay man. He is adopted, and it's really deep. His adoptive parents are and I wrote it down, his Denise and Bobby, and they've had him since he was a little boy. His biological mother name is Angela, and we of course we don't know her story. He doesn't know her full story. However, he just knows that from a child he was adopted by this family. They've loved him, they've raised him, and for 40 years he's had some questions, and we got some questions. I know y'all got some questions, because I do. Angela, you got some explaining to do, ma'am. Angela, you got your damn nerve to say if I would have raised him, he wouldn't have been gay. Fuck out of here. You guys, in meeting Terrell, who is this really well-spoken, great guy, he explains his story of him being a gay man, and his mother, her beliefs are, and her opinions of his lifestyle and who he is, which we really could care less about, because I mean, you gotta have an opinion when you raise me, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but if you ain't raised me and helped me get to 40, you can't have an opinion about my life, boo. Especially when it's not warranted. But anyway, he's first made by Iyanla to go make a timeline of his life and explain when was he first hurt, when did he feel abandoned, when did he realize he was gay, and he makes this timeline on this wall, and it's very clear that he's felt abandoned since he was a little boy, and he doesn't know his mother's full story. So Iyanla gives him that task. Then she goes and she meets with the sisters, and the sister, I know one name was Alex, and Alex is like that quiet storm. She has a lot of internal things that she deals with, that she holds in, and she just started crying, and she was telling her her story about basically how her mother failed her, and that they knew all along they had a brother because the aunt, Annie Mae, Aunt Michelle was telling the sister Angela's business, and she told them kids, your mother gave up a little boy for adoption, and you got a brother out here. And I was like, that's the only person in their life that actually probably told the truth and has been probably consistent with them in their household or their lives, because she was the only one who was honest. And they said they've always known they had a brother, they just didn't know where, and they were hoping one day that he would reach out. therefore he. So Angela has him at the age of 12. According to her story, she was made by her, I guess her mother. Her father wasn't in her life. I guess she was made by her family to give this little boy up for adoption. And then she says something I didn't want to do. However, I got some problems with that story, because you gave him up at 12. Then you turned around and had 2 more kids back to back. He's 40. There's a 39 and how old was she? 39, 30, something like that. Something like that. But they're stair steppers, basically. What you mean? You should have raised him. You had the opportunity. You had the opportunity to keep him and raise him. I'm assuming. Don't know your household situation like that. But for you to have more kids, and then you keep one of them, but you, her story was so deep. Oh, I was in tears with her. You kept her. The other one you shipped her to her daddy people's house so they could raise her. I mean, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself because I need to get y'all the backstory with Angela. I'm sorry. I apologize. So what really, really pissed me off again with Angela, because Angela is on my shit list. She is. Because when she saw the timeline on the wall from Terrell, she didn't say, oh my God, look at this broken little boy, or oh my God, I had so much, I played a major part in his disappointment. She didn't say any of that. She said, I just know if I would have raised him, he wouldn't have turned out like this, gay. Iyanla had to correct her. Iyanla was like, you act like the boy been to prison or is a bad child. He's gay. It's his sexual orientation. It ain't something that he just it's a death sentence. Yes, he's gay. And you need to accept that. You need to be okay with that. You can't always pass your judgments on to your child. They are not needed or warranted. I keep trying to tell people this. When you raise me, give me your opinion. When you help me pay some bills up in this month, give me your opinion. Until then, I don't need them. I ain't asking for them. At all. I'm doing just fine living my life the way I am. But again, Terrell is trying to appease her. He is trying to get along with her. But every chance she gets, she kind of throwing them jabs. And he I know she jabbing me, but I'm just trying to be peaceful. Shit, fuck that, Terrell. You be, Terrell better than me. Because I'll be like, bitch, say one more thing. But then Alex tells us that she was raised by Angela, but the other sister, whose name I can't remember, she was raised by her father and their people. And the difference in their upbringing was Angela was mistreating Alex. I'm sorry. Angela was mistreating Alex and abusing her mentally and physically. And this girl said that they was running from CPS. And I'm like, what the hell? What really, really, really killed me was when this little girl said, I'm sorry, she wasn't a little girl. I apologize. This woman said she wasn't enrolled in school until the 3rd grade because she was running from CPS. You gotta be a piss poor ass parent to not enroll your child and then be running from CPS because you know you're abusive. Now, y'all correct me. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but acknowledge me if I'm right. Your brokenness was so inherited, I guess, that you brought that on your daughter. You didn't raise none of your other kids, I'm assuming, but your daughter collected all that. You was whooping her ass and not sending her to school for what? For what? Then she was like, sometimes we didn't have food and it was hard. And then you look at the other sister, and the other sister was like, well, yeah, I was raised by my dad's family and I was safe. I was, I wasn't mistreated. I wasn't abused. And then Terrell says, yeah, me either. I wasn't abused. I was safe. I was fed. And all of this was coming out, while they were eating breakfast. And I was like, this is a damn shame. Then the other sister, y'all, she was like, Mama, I long for you. Yes, I got the love from my grandparents, but there is no greater love than you as my mother. And it didn't even matter. It was just the fact that her mother wasn't there. And I was like, damn. And Angela she just wouldn't own it. She just wouldn't say, you know what, my children, I failed each and every last one of you. I am so sorry. I was mean and abusive, and I did not know how to parent. That's how that shit's supposed to look. Acknowledging first how you treated them, the wrong and the parts you play, then say, how can we grow and heal from here going far? Like, not to sit up there and go, oh, well, I mean, I feel that shit. I told them I feel that things. What? And that's supposed to comfort their hearts and make them sleep well at night? And then Terrell was like, Mama, you're not receiving what they're telling you. You hear it. You hear every damn thing, but you're not receiving it. And I was like, she ain't got ownership bone in her body because she don't give a shit. So then she goes out, because at this point, I ain't feel sorry for her. Yeah, she tell her story. Her story was she was, basically raped, pedophilia type of thing with, a friend of the family who was at the age of 18 or 19, and she was 12, and he was looking at her, and out came Terrell. I don't know if that same man fathered the other kids, or if she was just 13, 14, 15, she was like just popping and making mistakes. I don't know. She didn't say who the other two daughters' father was. Well, we do know that the one daughter who stayed with her father, they probably don't have the same dad. But yeah, that was basically her story. But she never spoke on the mistreatment or the abuse, or why did she treat her kid. Yeah, okay, you didn't have Terrell. Okay, we understand you had to give Terrell up, but you ain't explained shit about why you treated Alex the way you treated her. Why you raised her the way you did. You ain't said nothing about that. And that was so angry, and that angered me, and that bothered me, because I am all about ownership. That is one thing about me. Like, own your shit. Sit in your shit, own your shit, and then move on. Apologize, do what you need to do, and then move on. But she couldn't do that. She just didn't. Maybe she couldn't. And I'm kind of mad at Iyanla, because TT, you ain't make her sit in her shit and own it and tell them kids, I'm sorry I failed you. Now, all these other guests you've had, you made them sit in it and acknowledge it. And the only thing she could say was, I feel like I'm getting beat up on. And you still kind of let that kind of roll over. No, you should have got in her ass. And another thing, she wanted to talk Bible, talking about something. Iyanla was like, well, he not a bad person. She was like, but in the Bible, he not living right. Oh, you want to talk about Bible? You want to talk about Bible verses? See, y'all know that pissed me off. How you going to talk about how he living when you was abusing your kids? One sin ain't bigger or greater than the other. I was so mad at Angela. I was so mad. And then, y'all, when she got to that table with them kids and that girl let out the mistreatment and the abuse, and her ass hunched her shoulders like this, Iyanla was like, what was that? She was like, I failed. I told them I failed at a lot of things. What you just said? Girl, I was ready to come through that TV and snatch that damn head wrap off her. You guys, at the end, both mothers meet, and it's established that they both love Terrell, and that they both can be mothers to him in their own way. So, this episode, it was deep. it left a lot of questions. Angela, I think Iyanla let her off the hook a little too easy for me, because I've seen her getting other guest ads a whole lot harder than she let Angela skate by. I don't know what was up. Guys, this was my review for Iyanla Fix My Life Season 7 Episode 4. I hope that you enjoy watching me. I hope that I left you with some thoughts. And if I have, please drop down in the comment section and give your thoughts and opinions respectfully, please. You guys, like this video, share, comment. I would love to hear from you on your thoughts on this episode. And if you're new here, hey, don't forget to subscribe. Every week I come with reviews from various shows, and I'm sure that if you scroll down, drop down, you're not doing nothing, I got other videos that you can watch and entertain yourself and get a good kiki, a good laugh, okay? You guys, also, happy Thanksgiving to you all. If I don't see you or hear from you, happy Thanksgiving, okay? I know a lot of you traveling right now. I wouldn't, but enjoy your Thanksgiving if I don't see you guys again, and I'll talk to you soon, all right? See you guys later. Bye.